Hi, welcome to week 5. We've had a bit of a busy week. We've seen plenty of castles, we've been on a bit of a river cruise to see a waterfall, we've walked on plenty of bridges, and we've even seen a pile dwelling museum, which you can find out what that is in this video. But yeah, ups and downs and engine management life, but yeah, I'll let you get on with the video. So yesterday we left the winery and then we walked up to the Trois Chateaux, which are these like 3 castle ruins on top of a hill. It was really pretty. Hayden was chuffed because he got the drone out and we got some lovely footage from that. And then after that we did stop at a point on the road to take some pictures of Vineyard, which was really cute as well. And once again Hayden got the drone out. So lots of drone footage from yesterday. And then today we are at the Rhine Falls. So we've been on a boat trip this morning, like a little audio tour, one for half an hour. We got the 10:30 audio tour. And that was, we had a big tour group on the boat with us. So they have like a capacity of 46 people. So you're like packed onto this bench. So Lucy's just enjoying life. But once we got off that, it was a lot busier. So I'd say the earlier you can book on, we booked on last night and we managed to get that, and it is Easter Sunday, so I thought it was going to be busy. But yeah, I'd say the earlier you book on, I think they start during the boat tours at 10. So just get yourself here early and get the job done. Go and have a bit of an explore before it gets really crowded. In Germany again, and just packed up for the night at a Wohnmobilstellplatz, just outside a little village town. And just taking care of some admin. So I've just gotten the week 2 van vlog video uploaded, and then Hayden's taking care of admin, backing up all the drone and camera footage and everything onto the hard drives just so we don't lose anything. The problem is now we've got an open bottle of cider which tastes like absolute, I don't even know what it tastes like, it just tastes bad. And yeah, I keep taking swigs of it, like, oh, maybe this taste will be better. And also because I'm determined that I'm not going to waste it. Right, so speaking of terrible drinks, we went into the French Aldi like yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. And came across this beauty. Naturally I've had like boxed wine before. This is a whole carton of wine. It's 1.5 litres, that's like 2 full wine bottles. And it was €2. So we're going to do a taste test and see how absolutely vile it is. Oh god, it just looks like water. Oh no, there's slight peat onto it. Okay, as good sommeliers do. Wave it around. Okay, that's actually better than some wines I've had at a proper winery. There's a definite aftertaste to it, but €2. I'm not going to complain. So we're currently travelling across Germany's southern border, so along Bodensee at the moment, which is this big lake. And today's stop is the Pile Dwelling Museum, which I will show you because it's just like houses on stilts, which is really quite cool. Hayden's just sat in a multimedia show right now, and me and Lucy are waiting outside for him, and I'll let him tell me if it's decent or not, so I can decide if I want to go in. But yeah, so then after that we're headed to Füssen, which is where Neuschwanstein Castle is, which inspired Disney's Sleeping Beauty, I believe. But yeah, so the issue today is that we were driving along and an engine management light came on in the van, and the problem is it's not like sent an error code through to like the vehicle system, so we don't know what's wrong with it. So we have contacted a garage in Füssen, and hopefully they will be able to diagnose it, but that's probably going to be a tomorrow jobby, just with it being Easter weekend and all that, so we'll see how it goes. Obviously wanting to avoid taking it to a VW garage, because normally what will happen is they'll just kind of like clear the computer, which will clear the remap that we paid like 600 quid to get done. So hopefully it's nothing major. Knowing crafters, it's probably an AdBlue fault, but hopefully we'll find out. I'm saying hopefully a lot. But yeah, hopefully we will. The good news is it is like glorious sunny weather today. And Lucy's just been enjoying rolling around in the dust and stones here. So she's looking a wee bit grey at the moment rather than a black and white collie. Yeah, we'll see what today brings. Okay, so I was saying Fusen when it's actually Fisen. I always forget about with the two little dots. Does not necessarily mean it's a U. So yeah, we're at our camper stop in Fisen. I've just had my €1 5-minute shower. My first one since Friday morning, and obviously we are now on Monday afternoon. So yeah, it was. Yeah, we were both feeling a little bit minging. But I mean, when you think about what you pay for a campsite, I don't think anyone can blame us for not wanting to pay that, because we've literally paid €24 a night. I mean, 26 if you count the fact that we have to pay for 2 showers, like one for him, one for me, €1 each. And then all we get is like this little gravel pitch and some toilets. Bit extortionate. And then anywhere else, like when we travel on the Rhine, it was like €45. And even on Bodensee, like this big lake in Germany, it was just extortionate. Like, why would I pay that much for that? To be fair though, I am missing actually having like a week at a campsite like we did that first week in Delft. I am really missing that, because it just kind of gave us an excuse to chill out rather than just constantly driving. And obviously with the engine management light having coming on today, could probably really do with just a bit of downtime just to de-stress. But we've got 2 nights here. Might have to add a third, depends on when we can get hold of the mechanic. But at the moment, the bonnet is open. Hayden's gone for a shower and he's just waiting for the engine to cool down so he can have a look about and see if anything's like loose or rattling about. But yeah, all in all, not the kind of excitement that I wanted from the trip. You know, I would have been happy not have any engine issues, but he's a VW crafter and they are renowned for it. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. We're in Fisen today. Had a late start today. Didn't get up until 11. I went shopping at Aldi, and then didn't really bother walking in town until much later. Just because we know that the castle's going to be pretty busy for a while. And then Hayden wanted to come and see some purple water. And let me just show you how purple it is. I mean, it looks so purple on like Google Maps and everything, Google Images, whatever, but not very purple at all. But yeah, apparently we're going to go to Neuschwanstein Castle. And yeah, well, I mean, not going in it because A, they don't allow dogs, and B, not paying that much to go inside a castle. And we just kind of do some of the walks around it and give Lucy a bit of a walking time. But yeah, purple water is very disappointing. So to get to Neuschwanstein Castle, we took the tough slog all the way up to the Marienbrück, if that's even how you say it, and that's the pedestrian bridge, which has a gorgeous view over towards Neuschwanstein Castle. So naturally Hayden got the drone out and ended up with this stunning video. And after that we did walk to the castle itself, but it's definitely a lot less impressive on the other side and up close, so you know, would have been happy just spending more time on the bridge itself, to be honest. So this morning we went to the Forest Experience Centre. I'm not even going to try and say what it's called in German. And we did like a treetop walk, and then we walked along the floodplain. Really nice, really pretty. Although on the treetop walk the bridge is swayed massively, so I was just there like, no, I'm going to die. Yeah, it turns out I don't like bridges swaying. And after that we went to our mechanic in Fisen, who identified the issue with the engine management light. It looks so it's a nitrogen oxide sensor. So he said if the light comes back on again and it's the same error code, we do need to get a new sensor for it, otherwise it will mess with the diesel particulate filter, which is what we had replaced the last time we had an issue, like when we first bought the van. So it's good to know, and we've also got an OBD reader arriving at our campsite, hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully they'll take it in, because on the email they said they would. But yeah, so at the moment we were at Camp am Wank or Camp am Wank. I have no idea how it's said, but obviously the format is funnier to us Brits. You know, no reason why. I'm just immature. And so far we've just booked for like 3 nights because we want to go up Mount Wank or Wank. And we also want to go up Zugspitze, which is the highest mountain in Germany. So we've got like a whole, like, there's a cogwheel train and all sorts of stuff. So we did book 3 nights. We might add an extra 1 or 2, just because, you know, there's no point going up, like spend all the money. Like Mount Wank isn't so expensive, go up, but Zugspitze is, I think it's going to cost us at least €75 each to go up, just because of all the different forms of transport you have to take to get up there. But yeah, so we might add on an extra night or 2 because we want to make sure that we go up when it's like clear skies, so we can see everything and actually make the most of it, rather than going up when it's cloudy and be like, that's disappointing. So yeah, I am looking forward to it. Hayden's looking forward to it, but Hayden's more looking forward to finding the I Heart Wank sign. Told you, we're mature. We're Brits, very mature. But yeah, so it should be a good few days, and then that will close out week 5, which is scary as anything. So we've not really had the most busy of days. I mean, been exciting in some ways. But basically, the weather at Mount Wank is a bit wank. So we've not been anywhere. We've just been holed up inside the van a lot of today because it's been pouring down rain. Good news is we had ordered an OBD reader for the van. So basically it reads the error codes, so that when we get another engine management light, fingers crossed we don't. But it means that we can understand what the error code is and it's rude. We can sort out if we need a mechanic or not. And then we did have a look for where the nitrogen oxide sensor is in the van, just so we know where it is, because chances are the light is going to pop back on and we likely are going to need to replace it. And I mean, for a genuine part, you're looking at like £1,000. Well, I think the price Hayden saw was £962, and that's not including labour for someone to actually install it for us, if that needs to be done. And I think it might do, because we're still not 100% sure on. Sorry, Lucy keeps barking. Because still not 100% sure on where that particular sensor is in the engine bay. So yeah, all fun and games. So we have been looking around the van today and using the OBD reader, just see if there's any other issues. There's nothing major, so should all be good. So the weather today was still like really naff. You can check on the kind of mountain webcams for Zugspitze and Wank. It was just full cloud cover there. Checked the weather forecast, well, like the mountain summit forecast, and it wasn't going to get, the clouds weren't going to get any lower, so we wouldn't really have been able to see much, which kind of scuppered that plan a wee bit. But when we checked into the Camp am Wank, we did get given these little guest cards for the Bayern Tyrol area, and they include like a one-way trip on the Eckbauer Bahn, which is the cable car for Eckbauer. So we decided to do that. Still had to pay €4 for Lucy to come with us. So we got the cable car up there, and then we made our way down, which felt like it took forever because from there you just go on like this serpentine path. And then we just kind of wandered along and kind of stumbled into a restaurant for lunch, but it was really nice. I had this venison sausage, and you know, you think when you're ordering sausage it's going to be sausage. No, it's just like sausage meat, like shoved into a jar, so it still had like all the jelly and stuff around it. So Hayden was thoroughly grossed out by my lunch, but it was very tasty. And Hayden actually had a venison chili con carne, which was very surprising. But yeah, and then after that we walked along to something called a Partnak clam. No idea if I'm saying that right, but it's like this like gorge or canyon. So it was really cool to walk through. We did have to spend €23 for the privilege of it. But that was like, you know, it was a bit of a change, a bit of a difference just walking along the road or a trail. So yeah, that was actually quite fun. And then from there, we hobbled our way to a little, and then my first German McDonald's, which nothing to write home about really. They don't really seem to have that much like uniqueness compared to the, like, you know, when you go to France you can get a baguette, which is awesome. But yeah, so it's the one thing that's Germany has let me down on, the lack of like something new at McDonald's. And then after that we hobbled up to the campsite. Well, no, I hobbled because I've torn my heels open. So much pain walking back, not honestly, just yeah, so much pain. So that's going to be a lot of plasters going on there. But yeah, really good day, considering how we wouldn't have done the Eguisheim if we hadn't have had the little guest cards. Wouldn't have even thought about it. So definitely recommend that really, if you offered them, because they also include free bus journeys, which I really wish we'd taken advantage of because of my feet. But yeah, it was an alright day. Right, and that is week 5, which means that we are onto the all important expenses bit, which is why Hayden's walked off, because it's his least favourite part. So yeah, just going to dive right into it. So food shopping this week, we spent €83.93. Campsites, €140. Eating out was €56.28. Souvenirs, God, I think that was the first time I actually bought souvenirs. €4. I know, big spenders. Things to do was €115.30, and then like van and mechanical stuff was €116.21, which brings us to the grand total of €515.72. So once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in week 6.